In today's episode, one man must return through hell in order to complete a mission that most people wouldn't even want to describe over the internet. I will be taking on this challenge today along with future achievements on the account with the use of only raw potatoes. Along with the restriction of using only potatoes and only healing 1 health at a time, I will also be restricting myself to the lowest possible stats in order to do each of these achievements. As well, this account is a Hardcore Ironman, meaning if I die at any time, the status will be revoked and the series will come to an end. In order to pull off these challenges, I will be using my 15 years of game knowledge and experience and put myself to the ultimate test. Therefore, I welcome you all to my new series.
Potato only, Hardcore Ironman.
I hope you all have had a wonderful week, and I apologize for being a couple days behind on this latest upload, but it did require a lot of effort. In today's new episode, I will be doing Regicide along with some of the prereqs that led up to this quest. The quest I will be doing today is very dangerous as it has NPCs and traps which can all kill my hardcore in one singular hit. So if you guys decide to follow me on this journey today, you will either see me mitigate the risks of all the traps and NPCs, or you will see me die on the hardcore. If you guys have been enjoying this series so far, or find out you enjoyed it by the end of this video, a subscription to my channel would be greatly appreciated. As well, if we somehow in hell hit 1 million subscribers someday, I will literally change my first name to Rendi. So, where should I start? Well, first I actually managed to complete that medium clue I got, which I told you would give me ranger boots when I did Monkey Madness. Now that I had gotten my fresh pair of ranger boots, I had to go and do the hardest task yet to come in this entire video. If you guys didn't know, the quest Regicide requires 56 agility. This was going to be over a 12-hour task, so I needed to maximize my efficiency. Now, being a true EHPer, I pride myself on clicking 9 obstacles in a row and making sure that I don't do any misclicks. If it's not efficient hours played, it's no hours played at all. Now, once I hit 50 agility, I could go to the big boy course for the remaining levels. But now being at a big boy course means I need a big boy strategy. So I up my game to that of a true EHPer and turn on the most necessary music for this task. Now, typically an EHPer uses G Fuel, but today I'm going to be using a little bit different of a tactic, and I'll be switching this up with beer. I went ahead and got a mini fridge and installed it next to my desk so I wouldn't miss any ticks in case I had to grab another beer. But when you drink a lot of beer, you have to use the restroom quite often, so I went ahead and took another tactical approach to this one. So finally, by using my efficiency skilling tactics, I got the 56 agility I would need to start Regicide. Jebram, there's a new EHPer in town, and you better watch out. So from here I went ahead and gathered all the materials I would need for Regicide quest, and as well I used the newly achieved marks of grace from slaving over agility for 12 hours to go ahead and purchase a graceful top and bottom. Now this quest requires me to run through Underground Pass multiple times, so I would need more potatoes and I would need to buy these from Hudo at the Tree Gnome Stronghold. Finally, with that agility level and this required gear, I could talk to the king and start the Regicide quest. So if you guys didn't know, I actually have to run through the Underground Pass multiple times in order to get to the Elvin territory in this quest, and it is pretty risky for the hardcore to do so. Now there are parts of the Underground Pass which I actually will need alts to 100% get past safely on this type of account build, but instead, I'm going to go ahead and appeal to the minority here and discommunicate myself from the entire game. So now I'm no longer using alts, just ghosts of other accounts. So I made it through the hell of Underground Pass and ended up in a new territory which was just as bad. And I was welcomed elegantly into this new territory by first witnessing a random stranger getting shot down in the street like a dog. Now that we're here, let's get down to business. Before I can even talk to the next NPC in the quest, I have to pass a couple of leaf traps. These traps always hit 15s, the damage doesn't scale. Therefore, this trap can one-hit me if I don't find a way around it. In my testing, I found that similar to Underground Pass, this trap would be tick-eatable as long as you put a stackable interface after the stall of the fall into the trap. The interface here put behind the stall will prioritize over the damage tick and will give you 1 tick to eat your food. So in this area, I needed to find a way to lower my HP below full for the hardcore in order to tick-eat the leaf trap in case I failed it. Now if I accidentally yellow clicked instead of red clicked on this stick trap here, or missed any type of pathing, the stick trap would actually hit me for 8 twice, so I had to make sure I had the right click. As well, these stick traps poison you, therefore I needed to make sure I was anti-poison before I even got close to the trap, just in case the damage and the poison tick hit at the same exact time and kill the hardcore. From here I was able to safely go to the leaf trap and tick-eat it if necessary. Fortunately though, I didn't even have to tick-eat, therefore no possibility of lag in killing the hardcore as well. Next, I ate back to full HP in order to try and actually succeed at going past a stick trap this time. Now I had to go past one more leaf trap, meaning I had to let my HP go under full once again in case I had to tick-eat the trap on failure. Did you guys notice something? Well yeah, this rabbit actually doesn't hit ones like the wiki says, it only hits zeros, similar to seagulls. Meaning I have to find another way to lower my HP in this general vicinity. Now with my HP below full, I'm yet again ready to attempt another leaf trap jump. Luckily we made it over the leaf trap again and we didn't even have to tick-eat the bottom. As well, these grizzly bears here aren't aggressive, meaning my lowered HP isn't really risky to be running around them. If you guys didn't know, these logs actually can't hit you for real damage. Finally we got to the second step in the quest, meaning a real quest step that's actually in the quest journal. Luckily, because I'm doing this quest quickly, I'm able to get back to the leaf trap in time before my HP is full in order to mitigate the chance of failing the trap once again. From here you talk to the elf tracker and then realize you have to go back, so I go ahead and lower my HP once again on the same trap and then head towards the leaf trap in order to try and pass it one more time. From here we get the pendant and I move towards the last leaf trap I will actually have to jump in this entire quest. Do you guys remember the potato warriors from last episode? Well, that's why I actually didn't fail any trap, because I had 4 of them under the trap holding me up so the leaves wouldn't collapse. Just kidding, please don't try that. Now talking to the elf tracker again, he teaches me how to navigate through the dense forest regions of the elf area. This is great because I don't actually have to use leaf traps to get where I'm going, and there are always alternative routes with dense forest around the area. Next, we have to prepare ourselves for the Tyrus guard that aggresses you during the quest. As soon as you go through this dense forest, the Tyrus guard will spawn and it will attack you, and it can hit 16s. Therefore I need a safe way to avoid this damage and maybe even the guard entirely. Remember when I went down in the temple and ate Patol to smith the monkey speak amulet, how I told you can log out before clicking most objects? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that here, and it will fake log me for about 2 game ticks before logging me out. As long as I'm fast enough, the game will think I'm logged out before even clicking the object, avoiding the stall and the NPC's aggression entirely. And for now, the NPC is totally gone. Okay, wait, what the hell is that thing? That's not one of the traps we've had to pass yet. No, my friends, that is the worst trap ever made in all of elf and mankind alike. This little thing right here is actually the worst part of the quest, and I'll describe why. The account I used for this quest had 65 agility, and this trap hit me about 9 out of 10 times. Now this trap poisoned you, as well as it hit 2 hits at the exact same game tick. It was tick-eatable, but since it hits twice, I would only be able to eat 1 food, being a potato, and heal myself 1 HP. Meaning, even if I was able to get myself down to 1 HP and eat a raw potato to heal to 2 HP, I'd get hit by double ones, hitting me for 2 damage anyways and killing me at 2 HP. So I had to formulate a very tedious but alternate way to get over this trap. This was done once again by myself queuing 2 stackable interfaces behind the animation of stepping over the wire, or otherwise known as the stall. Soon after finishing the animation, I would know if I had failed or completed the trap successfully by hearing the range sound effect that it gives. If I heard the crossbow sound, I would then spam click the 1-click teleport, which I would have 1 tick to do so before the interface closed and the damage hit me. This is because teleporting nullifies all damage, and I did this once again using the menu entry swap around Runelight to make my Book of Chronicle a 1-click teleport. So I have to complete this trap 3 times throughout the entire quest. This means if I fail at any time, I'll have to go all the way back through the underground pass and attempt to try it one more time. Somehow we lucked out at least this time, and I didn't have to go all the way back through the underground pass. But now we had to deal with that disappearing Tyrus guard. Luckily, when testing this quest prior, I was able to find out if you go ahead and try to click here, the Tyrus guard will aggress you and give you a chat dialogue. So therefore, I was able to just kill him off before I even had to find that out on the hardcore. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish off the Tyrus guard in one set of cannonballs, but we have a way to reload the cannon safely. Simply log out and be fast. Unfortunately for that Tyrus guard we just killed, it seemed like his halberd wasn't working properly, or else he could have just hit me over that shallow rock. But now I got to go and talk to the general in order to continue the quest. To collect the tar and talk to the next NPC without walking through the whole underground pass once again, I would have to go over the most dreaded trap for the second time. Now I finally got the Book of Bangs, and I could go ahead and teleport out to make the concoction. Once made, I got to go straight back through Hell, otherwise known as Underground Pass, in order to get to Elvin territory once again. But first I cheated and took my entity hider off in order to make some really good friends. Now back in Elvin territory, I can utilize the dense forest I am able to cross by avoiding all leaf traps and many of the stick traps as well. In order to catapult my explosion, I have to make my way back to the Tyrus camp, which I have to cross another tripwire once again to get there. Luckily I didn't lag on that one game tick that I had to teleport out on, and now we're going to have to go all the way back through the underground pass to attempt that one jump once again. So now after several hours, we finally made it to this point in the quest, and we can go ahead and use the catapult on the Tyrus camp. Next, we just had to make it back to the Elf Lord and tell him that the Tyrus camp had been destroyed. Oh wait, never mind, we have to cross one of these things again. So I literally just have to talk to the last guy, but I have to go through Underground Pass all over again just to do this. Finally, here we are, and all we have to do is return the note to the King of East Arty. So once again, we've completed a pretty difficult quest in this episode with 16 combat on a Hardcore Ironman using only raw potatoes. If you guys are enjoying the series, once again a subscription would be really appreciated. As well, I'm on Twitter and Twitch, which I'll link in my video description. Thanks guys, and have a great day.